everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be looking at the CSEC Biology, May June 2015, Paper 1. But if you're visiting my channel for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you know when new videos are being uploaded. Also, give this video a thumbs up by liking it. That does well in helping it to reach as many students as possible. Also, ads will be playing on your video. Just take a little break in between them and don't skip them out. That's your way of saying thank you for the hard work that Miss puts into preparing these videos. So let's get into the questions. This is going to be a quick paper where I'll just give you the answers to these questions. So one says, Item 1 refers to the following data recorded by students who observed some organisms in their natural habitats. So we have number of body segments, and then we have the organism 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have number of legs, presence of wings, and color. So which organism is most likely an insect? The answer would be C, 3. Let's go on to number 2. Which of the following organisms occupies the fourth trophic level in the food chain below? Cabbage, caterpillar, small bird, then auk. Is it A, auk, B, cabbage, C, small bird, or D, caterpillar? We know it is A, auk. Let's go on to number 3. Which of the following relationships may present harm to one of the organisms involved? 1, commensalism, 2, parasitism, 3, predation, or 4, mutualism. The answer for 3 is C, 2 and 3. Let's go on to number 4. Question number 4 says, the apparatus is most suitable for collecting A, ants, B, slugs, C, moths, or D, spiders. We know it is A, ants. 5 says, which of the following organisms are most important in biodegradation? A, bacteria, B, vultures, C, omnivores, D, earthworms. B and C would be out, so we're left with A and D. Earthworms, that's important, but it says most important, so A, bacteria. 6 says, which of the following gases does not contribute to the greenhouse effect? A, methane, B, carbon dioxide, C, carbon monoxide, D, chlorofluorocarbon. The answer for 6 is C, carbon monoxide. 7 says, replanting trees on a bare hillside is an example of A, conservation and afforestation, B, preservation and conservation, C, restoration and preservation, or D, reforestation and restoration. We know that the answer for that is D. Let's go on to question number 8. It says here, which of the following factors contribute to increased population size? 1, ability to resist disease. 2, inadequate water supplies. 3, too much or too little light. 4, small number of predators. The answer for 8 is B, 1 and 4 only. 9 says, when compared to a cheek cell, a muscle cell contains more. The answer is C, mitochondria. Let's go on to number 10. So item 10 to 11 refer to the following diagram of a plant cell, and it has 4 parts to be labeled. 10 says, Which of the labeled structures is responsible for controlling cellular activities? The answer is D4. Let's go to 11. Which of the labeled structures is not found in an animal cell? The answer is B, number 2. Right here. Let's go to number 13. Or sorry, 12. It says, by which two processes do the dissolved minerals from the soil move into the roots of a plant? A. Osmosis and diffusion. B. Active transport and osmosis. C. Diffusion and active transport. Or D. Transpiration, pull, and osmosis. The answer for 12 is C. Diffusion and active transport. 13 says, autotrophic nutrition does not occur in A. Moss, B. Zooplankton, C. Tomato plants, D. Blue-green algae. The answer for 13 is B. Let's go to 14. Item 14 refers to the following diagram. So it says, if the bubbles given off the plants were collected and tested, the gas present would most likely be A. Oxygen, B. Hydrogen, C. Nitrogen, D. Carbon dioxide. The answer for 14 is A. Oxygen. Let's go on to number 15. Let's go back up a little bit. So here we have it. 16. 15 says, here we have it. The intense yellowing of leaves is most likely due to a deficiency of A. Iron, B. Calcium, C. Magnesium, or D. Phosphorus. The answer is C. Magnesium. Let's go to 16 now. Here we have it here. It says, item 16 refers to the following table, which shows the results of food tests performed on 3 food samples, X, Y, and Z. So here we have it. So X, violet color with sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate. Y, blue-black precipitate with iodine. Z, orange precipitate when heated with Benedict's reagent after hydrolysis. So the samples X, Y, and Z respectively most likely contain so 16. So the answer for 16 is D. X, protein, Y, starch, Z, non-reducing sugar. 17 says excess amino acids in the diet are A, passed out in the feces, B, converted to fat and stored, C, converted to urea in the liver, then excreted, D, taken directly to the bladder for excretion in urine. Answer for 17 is C. 18. Item 18 refers to the following information. A man has poor night vision and his gums bleeded whenever he brushes his teeth. Which two vitamins are most likely lacking in his diet? The answer is C. C and A. Let's go to number 19. 19 says, the surface area of the lungs is greatly increased by the answer for 19 is B. 20 says, which of the following is an effect of nicotine found in cigarette smoke? The answer is A, increased heart rate. Let's go to 21. So item 21 refers to the following diagrams of blood vessels. So here we have 3 labeled. Which of the following correctly identifies the blood vessels? So the answer is D. 1, artery, 2, capillary, and 3, vein. 22. Which of the following components of blood could surround and engulf pathogens? 22. So the answer for 22 is B. Let's go to 23. Now. Here it says, which of the following are involved in the formation of blood clots? The answer is A, platelets. 24 says, immunization is most effective in controlling the spread of a communicable disease if A, a vaccine is administered to an uninfected individual. 25 says, B would be your answer. Let's go to 26. So the answer for 26, it says, which of the following are reasons why transpiration is important to plants? 1, water and dissolved minerals are transported to the leaves. 2, the leaves are cooled. 3, unwanted water is excreted from the leaves. The answer is A, 1 and 2 only. Let's go to 27. So item 27 here, it refers to the following diagram which shows cell from the stem of a plant. There we have the part labeled X. So the part labeled X is, the answer is D, companion cell. Let's go to 28. Food is stored in the bulb of an onion plant too. The answer is B, provide for the growth of new plants from the buds. Let's go to 29. Which of the following would not represent a form of excretion in plants? Is it A, gases diffusing through stomata, B, tannins being stored in dead tissue, C, water vapor diffusing through epidermis, or D, stored calcium oxalate crystals in leaves during leaf fall? So the answer is C. Let's go to number 30. Here it says, although glucose is found in the blood plasma, it does not appear in the urine because of A, osmosis, B, secretion, C, ultrafiltration, or D, selective reabsorption. The answer for 30 is D. 31 says, which of the following correctly describes movement in plants? The answer is C, irreversible growth movement. Item 32 refers to the following diagrams. We have bird with chicks and tree with seedlings. 32. Which of the following advantages does the ability to move about give to the chicks compared to the seedlings? 1. Less competition for space. 2. Access to a variety of foods. 3. Opportunity to use more energy. The answer for 32 is B, 1 and 3 only. Let's go to number 33 now. So item 33 refers to the following diagrams illustrating an experiment. So there you have it. So it says after a few days, the tallest shoot would most likely be. So the answer is A at 1. Let's go on to number 34. So item 34 refers to the following diagram. So it says the numbered structures are 1, 2, 3. A. So what would be your answer for 34? A, B, C, or D? So D would be your answer. 1 effector, 2 receptor, 3 relay neuron. Let's go to number 35. It says the vital centers for the control of heartbeat and respiration are located in the answer for 35 is B. 36. Which of the following is a long-term effect of alcohol abuse? The answer is C. Cirrhosis of the liver. 37. Mary is reading a book. When she looks out of the window to focus on a tree, the lens in her eye becomes. The answer is B. Thinner. Let's go to 38. So item 38 refers to the following diagram of a section of the human skin. So 1, 2, 3 parts there, 4 parts. So it says, which structure is not involved in temperature regulation? The answer is B2. So item 39 refers to the following diagram of a seed. The part labeled 1 represents the answer is A. Let's go on to question number 40. Here we have it. It says, item 40 refers to the following graph, which shows changes in dry mass of embryo and endosperm during germination. So from the graph, it is true to say that A, the embryo begins to grow as the endosperm increases in mass. B, the embryo and the endosperm decrease in mass at the same rate. C, the embryo and the endosperm increase in mass at the same rate. Or D, as the embryo grows, the food reserves are gradually depleted. That would be your answer. D. Let's move on to 41. So item 41 to 42 refers to the following diagrams, which represents events involving reproduction, a flowering plant, and an amoeba. So amoeba We have the amobia and we have the flowering plant. All right. So it says, which of the following statement is true for both methods of reproduction? So the answer for 41 would be A. Let's go on to number 42. The event taking place at X is, the answer for 42 is C, pollination. Let's go to 43. So item 43 refers to the following diagram, which shows relationship between the food of a fetus and the blood of a mother. So there we have it. So 43 says, which substances should not move in the direction shown by the arrows labeled X and Y? So the answer for 43 is D. 44 says, a method of contraception that protects against both disease and pregnancy is, answer for 44 is B, a condom. 45 says, fertilization normally occurs in the, we know that is the C, oviduct. Let's go to number 46. So here we have item 46 refers to the following diagrams of some fruits, seeds. 46. In which of the following is each fruit or seed matched with its correct method of dispersal? The answer is D, 1, wind, 2, mechanical, 3, animal, 4, man. 47. So item 47 to 48 refers to the following organisms. So A, host, B, vector, C, parasite, D, pathogen. So in answering items 47 to 48, match the following descriptions to one of the options above. Each option may be used once, more than once, or not at all. 47. An organism which causes a disease. So that's D, pathogen. 48. An animal which carries a disease-causing organism but is not adversely affected by it. The answer is B, vector. 49 says, which of the following methods would be most appropriate for the treatment of chronic hypertension? The answer for 49 is A, host. 49. I made an error there. Which of the following methods would be most appropriate for the treatment of chronic hypertension? 1, diet modification, 2, exercise, 3, vaccination. So is it A, 1 and 2 only, B, 1 and 3 only, C, 2 and 3 only, or D, 1, 2 and 3? So the answer is A, 1 and 2 only. Let's go to number 50. 50 says a species consists of members that C, interbreed under natural conditions. 51 says on a certain Caribbean island, where sugarcane is grown, a fungus is accidentally introduced into the highland and it destroys the entire crop of sugarcane. Which of the following best describes what happened? So the answer for 51 would be D. There was no genetic variation among the plants, so none could survive the attack. Let's go to 52. If a diploid organism has two different alleles for the same gene, it is described as being, so the answer for 52 is B. Sorry, that's not correct. C. Let's go to 53. Which of the following processes will result in genetically identical offspring? The answer for 53 is A, cloning. Let's go to 54. So item 54 refers to the following diagram, which represents a cross between two plants, heteroxylous for a particular characteristic. So there you have it. So the answer for 54. So which of the following completes the diagram A at 1, 2, and 3? So the answer for 54 would be B. Let's go to 55 now. Which of the following terms refers to visible characteristics of living things? The answer is C. Let's go to 56. So the answer for 56 would be D, all the above, 1, 2, and 3. So D would be your answer. 57. Natural selection can be defined as a process by which natural populations, the answer for 57 is B, remain well adapted to their habitat. 58. Which of the following is true about this process of artificial selection? The answer is C. Selected traits may not benefit the target organism. Let's take our final question now. 59 says, which of the following have contributed to the many antibiotic-resistant strains of bacteria present today? The answer for 59 is 1. It is possible for bacteria to mutate to antibiotic-resistant forms. 2. Exposure to an antibiotic causes some bacteria to mutate. 3. The mutants reproduce, forming a new strain of resistant bacteria. So the answer for 59 is B, 1 and 3 only. 60. Which of the following would be involved in the production of insulin by genetic engineering? 1. Transfer of the human insulin gene to a bacterium. 2. A vector to transfer the insulin gene. 3. Production of insulin by the bacterium. The answer for 60 is D, 1, 2, and 3. So there you have it. We have come to the end of the CSEC Biology, May, June 2015 paper. Thanks.